go here. Battlefield 4 Beta. Gonna give you guys a quick review on some things that I thought were cool, some things that thought needed to be changed, other stuff in between. So let's get started here. For all those who didn't know, Battlefield 4 Beta started on the 1st of October and ended on the 15th of October. Showed the map Siege of Shanghai on Conquest or Domination. It was your choice. Right here I'm playing Conquest. I'm gonna pick the support class and go in here. So, before I get into all this, I want to say to all you people who made negative comments about how the game looked, how the graphics didn't look good. Well, you see, this is a beta, so they're gonna kind of take out some of the textures and whatnot to make the download a lot smaller. And considering that this is PS4, sorry, this isn't PS4. Considering that this is PS3, I don't think that the PS3 would be able to actually run this game at a very decent frame rate with all the textures and quality on high. So just note that unless you want to play the game with some extreme lag, some extreme frame lag, about 20 frames per second, then you have some extreme issues. Now, if you want to play the game at 60 FPS, 64 player servers with all the textures and whatnot in the beta, play it on PC. There you go. That's all I need to say. So let's start off with some small things that I thought were pretty cool in this. The spotting system. I found the spotting system to be pretty damn cool. Now, the one thing that I really noticed with it is whenever you spot an enemy, your character does a little motion with his hand like he's pointing at it. I find that pretty cool because it's not really a big thing. It's not really much of an improvement. It's more of an enhancement. They want to make it seem a bit more realistic, like your character is more alive. See, in Battlefield 3, if you spot somebody, it just says something, and your character doesn't make a single motion or movement at all. Now your character moves around, he does things with his hands and whatnot, and I find that to be pretty goddamn interesting. Another thing with the spotting system is the way that they're bringing back the old Battlefield 2 system from older games and whatnot. The whole menu thing, like if you hold down R2, you can choose from a bunch of commands like I need ammo, or get in, get out this vehicle, requesting orders, and other things like that, you know? And I think that's a pretty cool thing that they brought back. Now, mind you, I didn't play Battlefield 2 that long. I've played it about a couple of months ago, so I can't really say that I'm glad that they brought it back because I didn't really know much about it at the time, but I think it's pretty cool that they're bringing that back and adding some new things from old Battlefields. Really brings it all together. And that's pretty much all I like about the spotting system. It's pretty straightforward, nothing really extremely special about it, but it's a great improvement, good enhancements to it, makes it more realistic. So next thing I want to talk to you guys about are the weapons. The real-time reloading, I think, is insane that they added. Real-time reloading, for all you people who don't understand what I mean, is, give an example of it. Earlier, back in the beginning of the beta, when I was trying to kill that guy who was behind some cover, when I killed him with the airburst grenade launcher, you saw me reload my LMG. I took the mag out, and I put the mag back in, and then I switched over to the airburst gun. After I killed the guy with the airburst gun, I pulled my LMG back out, and then I did the hop-up. That's an example of what real-time reloading is like. It's reloading in real time. So, if I was to actually take the mag out of my gun and then switch to the airburst rifle and pull the gun back out, the mag would still be out, and I'll put it in and do the hop-up. It's kind of like that. Not really hard to understand. But you'll notice it yourself. You'll realize it. But I think that's a pretty cool thing to do. It's just basically making the game a bit more realistic. That's what Battlefield likes to do. They like to have the most realistic game. And they've done a great job at that. And they've added realistic reloading and other elements of the game that are more realistic. I think it's going to be a lot better. All that said, Battlefield 4 is looking like it'll be really something great on the next gen, especially on PS4, because with the 64-player servers, 60 FPS, enhanced graphics, Levolution, all the other stuff, it'll be really great. It'll be really intense, really high, fast action and whatnot in gameplay. So I'm really, really liking what this is going to turn into. Now that I've actually just come across, I kind of want to talk about the weapons on the floor. Now, I don't know if this is I don't know if they just put these weapons here kind of give us a taste of what's going to be in the game, or if they're actually going to do that on maps, like throw some weapons on the floor and whatnot that we can pick up and use. But the weapons on the floor that you found on the floor are pretty cool. Like the one I just got done using here, and the one that I really love is the Baird M82. That is a beast, and it's kind of unfair, to be honest with you. It one shot and they're just gone. I mean, I've been looking for a game that made 50 cal snipers very authentic, because if you get shot anywhere with the 50 cal, you're done. You're not gonna survive that. But what's unfair about this gun is not only the fact that it's a one-shot, one-kill nearly every time, it's the fact that it has a range and that you can zero in on your target. Like, it has a meter that tells you how far your target is away from you, and you can zero in on it. That's kind of not fair, to be honest with you. That can be abused very, very much. But if they put it in the game as a gun that you can unlock, I won't complain about it, but I'll expect it to be a high-level gun, or knowing EA, they'll probably make it a goddamn DLC, but I'm not here to rant about EA. I'm here to talk about their game. Now, one more thing I want to talk about is the swimming. Battlefield 3, swimming was probably one of the most annoying things, because if you get caught in the water, you're practically screwed, and there's nothing you can do to save yourself. And here, however, you can pull out your secondary and swim with that out. And you can shoot while you're inside the water. And you can even knife while you're inside the water. I was pretty surprised when I knifed somebody on accident inside the water. I did not know you can do that. I even counter-knifed somebody in the water. Now that is pretty innovative and cool. That'll really help a lot of people out. Because once you in Battlefield 3, your other game, once you got stuck in the water, you're done. Nothing you can do, just sit there and accept it. But now you can actually defend yourself in the water and give yourself a chance. Another thing I like about the water is you can dive, you can swim underwater, and the fact that the water isn't flat. Like, if there's a wave, you'll get picked up with the wave or brought underwater with the wave. It's not just a flat plane of water that you swim on top of forever. It's a lot more realistic and more real-worldy. It's another part of the game. I really like the whole real-world, realistic stuff. I mean, that's like I said earlier, Battlefield shoots for a much more realistic game, and with Battlefield 4, they're doing a lot better with the new Frostbite 3 engine. And now they have a new next-gen console that can run the game a lot better. You can expect a lot from this. I mean, hell, even on the PS3 version, it was still pretty cool and innovative to play. And I was pretty surprised. I mean, of course I was expecting for the PS3 beta to be a bit limited. I wasn't expecting the 64-player servers and whatnot, but I didn't know they were actually going to have the building collapsing. Although there was a bit of frame lag, it actually kind of supported it, and I was thinking, wow. Now, think of that in the PS4 version in 60 frames per second. That'll be pretty goddamn cool. And another thing I liked about the Battlefield 4 beta, and pretty much in Battlefield 4 overall, is, of course, the counter-knifing. Counter-knifing allows you to not take the knife back to someone if they try to knife you from the front, which is a very, very good improvement, because Battlefield 3, getting knifed from the front was annoying as all hell, and even though it happened very rarely, it was still annoying when someone really panic-knifed you from the front and just really screwed you over. So now, really knifing from the front won't really happen to you much anymore, because I'm pretty sure you can pull like any counter-knife. It's not hard to do. I mean, depending on whatever controller layout you have, if you have the default one, just keep hitting R3 and you're good. I remember one time I got 2 counter-knives in a row. This guy tried to knife me from the front because he got scared and panicked, of course, so I took it back on him, and his friend standing right behind him tried to knife me from the front, and then he got counter-knifed as well. And I walked away feeling so cool. You know, when it comes to things I didn't like about the beta, it's really not really much worth talking about. It's really just a bunch of bugs and stuff and glitches that can easily be fixed, so not really much of a problem. I think they got everything down in the Battlefield 4 beta. It's overall balance and whatnot, although they could kind of balance out some of the guns, because the Assault AK-12, that gun was pretty strong and pretty overpowered in my opinion. So, but I'm pretty sure they'll fix some stuff like that when the final game comes out. And that's pretty much all I can think about to say about the Battlefield 4 beta. It's pretty good overall, and I like it. Can't wait for the actual game to come out. So, thank you guys for watching, and have a nice day.